He seeks her out intentionally. Verse 4 says, he must needs go through Samaria. He goes toward her on purpose. He makes her a priority. In other words, she, whoever she is, your daughter, your sister, the girl, your wife, your mother, she must feel important. Not be told she's important, because women function differently than men do. Words mean nothing for a woman if they're not connected to consistent activity that proves it. She needs to feel important. I don't know how to make her feel important. I can't change her feelings. Yes, you can. You can do something incredible. This is phenomenal. This is deep. I hope you can handle it. Ask her. Ask her what makes you feel important. She needs to be prioritized. Make her your priority. Amen. Number 2. Jesus creates space or an environment for her to come out of her shell. In verse 7 through 26, he creates space or he creates an environment for her to come out of her shell. In other words, give her undivided attention. Give her undivided attention. This doesn't mean all day, but it does mean some of the day. Make her a priority. Give her undivided attention. Number 3, he touches her without handling her. He touches her without handling her. Let me explain that. Connect to her without connecting in her. Connect to her without connecting in her. We, gentlemen, are physical, and for us, physical expression means connection. Not necessarily for her. Emotional is how she connects. Touch her without handling her. Touch her without handling her. Touch her without handling her. How do I touch her without handling her? I need to do something like, listen to her. Ladies, that's a good time to say something. You're just in awe. Okay, you're blown away by it. Talking about how to become an irresistible man. Touch her without handling her. Listen to her. Which means that you are intentionally engaged in conversation. Brothers, don't let your minds wander. She's talking and you're not present. I'll go back and I'll elaborate on these in a moment. Check out verse 27. It's so interesting. Verse 27 in John chapter 4 says these words. Now Jesus has already been engaged in this heavy conversation with this lady all by himself in the middle of the day. And verse 27, at this point, his disciples came and they marveled that he talked with a woman, yet no one said, "What do you seek?" or "Why are you talking with her?" Jesus protects her from others. He protects her from others. At this time, it was not kosher. It was not appropriate. It wasn't right for a woman to have conversation with a man in the day, especially a preacher, a rabbi, so forth. So it was out of the norm. It was out of the normal flow. But Jesus had demonstrated himself in such a way that his boys, his disciples, knew that when he was engaged in communication, he knew what he was doing and respect how he's handling himself. So, he protects her from others. In other words, brothers, put everyone in their proper place. Brothers, you put everyone else in their proper place. You put your mama in her place. You put your daddy in his place. You put your boys in their place. You protect her from others. I'm trying to teach you how to become irresistible. And then the last one is, he releases her to blossom. He releases her to blossom. Verse 28 through 30, she puts her water pot down. She's been connected in such a way, she's been empowered, she's been brought out of her shell in such a way she puts her water pot down and she runs back to the people she was running away from. He releases her to blossom. Two things I'm going to say to you guys. Point number 5, let her be herself. Let her be herself. When she has been banded, protected appropriately, she will house effectively. Okay. I'll elaborate on that in a second. Let her be herself, and then let her know that you are cool with her being herself. You missed point number 4, I'm going to go back over. So I'm going to elaborate on it real quick. Did you guys get them?
Yep.
Point number 1 is?
Make her your priority.
Seek her out intentionally. Make her your priority. Make her your priority. Number 2, create space or environment for her to come out of her shell, which means give her your undivided attention. Number 3, touch her without handling her, or connect to her without connecting. Amen. Number 4, protect her from others. In other words, put everyone in their proper place. And then number 5, release her to blossom. Let her be herself and let her know that you are cool with her being herself. Now let me elaborate on each one real quickly. Seek her out intentionally. Make her a priority, which means this, that you are more concerned about her and connecting with her than what she can give to you. What you can get out of her. It's more than the chase. For those of us brothers who understand that we are hunters, it's got to be more than the chase. Amen. She's a priority when you're chasing her. In the context of boyfriend and girlfriend, she's a priority then. Well, once you've connected with her, make her consistently the priority, which means that you plan, you organize, you set aside time to consistently keep her prioritized. Ladies, is that a good thing? Years ago, my baby girl was in 6th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade. We were having some relational challenges. She had jumped on an emotional roller coaster. Ooh-wee. And it was tough. Our ability to function became tough. And I got to a point where I was pretty frustrated with her. So what I decided I was going to do, because I didn't want to lose her potentially, I didn't want her to be in the position of a person who was living uncovered. So what I decided to do was to study her. And so I started dating her. Started taking her out.
He's dead serious.
I took her out. Took her out to eat. I spent time with her and began creating an environment for her to come out of her shell. And she began to tell me what was going on in her. Tell me what her issues were. Tell me what she was frustrated with. And so it helped me with strategy to know how to connect with her in a way that we can have a positive relationship. So I began doing little things every day when I kept